Hi and welcome everyone. It is officially day 28 of our 90-day guide for success sprint. My name is Jennifer Britton, if we haven't met before, and I'm excited. It is Thursday morning. We are going to get going with our focus today. It's Thursday, which means that it's Thursday teams. So I have Samina here, who was here just a few minutes ago, and we'll see. Oh, and I got to get Tiff in here. Let me go find my phone. Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are looking today at matrix teams. I got to go grab my phone, which is actually on a different floor of this building. We are going to talk teams because it's Thursday teams. So we are into a phase, and I'm going to go let you read this. If you're not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. I like that quote because hopefully every day is a little bit different. So I'm going to leave you for a second as I go grab my phone and find Tiff on Clubhouse. This is all about making the matrix work today. So I'm going to invite you, read each bullet one at a time, and then talk about the experiences you've had in making matrix teams work for you. So Marty, you're up first.
Let's see. Yes, you can hear me. I'm not sure what she wants, but I think she wants us to read each one. Making the matrix work, creating shared expectations.
Okay, maintaining clarity.
And then
Samina, are you here? Okay, checking assumptions.
There we go. Yes, okay. Checking assumptions, invoking frequent touch points and adjustments.
Fantastic. So that's the matrix, and Tiff is now with me. It was just outside my door, actually. So making the matrix work, matrix management is really critical in this space. And I want to share with you a couple of questions, because here's what a matrix is. A matrix happens when we are working with multiple different teams. And that's a reality of teams today. We're not just part of one team, we may be part of multiple teams. So in a matrix relationship, I might have a boss here in Toronto. I might also have a technical boss that's supporting me, and maybe I'm attached to a third team, which is a special projects that I've been assigned to. In that, it's really key that we get clear on who's doing what, when, why, and how, because I literally could be splitting my day up a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, or a third, a third, a third, a third. So key to making matrix management work, and I did this for many years. In fact, I was that sort of global manager, and all of my team members had like a local level supervisor. What was key is that we made the relationship very intentional. So back to that intentionality of hybrid. And if you take a look at page 185 of the 90-day guide for success, you're going to see some of these questions for clarification. Things like what needs to get done, by when, how much time do you anticipate this will take? A really bonus question, because often workflow and workload is an Achilles heel for professionals. So how much time do you anticipate this will take? That's sort of asking, is this going to be a 2-hour task or is this going to be a 20-hour task? And earlier this week, we talked about project management, and a key part of project management is time estimation. So I'd like you to think about any matrix relationships you're in, because you might also be asking questions or clarifying what other projects rely on this and what else should I know about the program or process. So communication, clear roles, clear goals, clear activities are all key for success. Now, there are a lot of challenges for matrix teams, from competing priorities and lack of communication to different time zones and different work demands, different work cultures, and also different team cultures. So with the matrix, we really want to get clear on what needs to be brought forward, what needs to be made intentional, what needs to be discussed, and perhaps even negotiated. This is where skills like influence start to really play a key role. And I know a couple of you are parts of matrix teams. So really be thinking about maybe today what you can be doing to perhaps address these challenges by maybe making it work. So some of the things that make matrix management work: number one, understanding team identity; two, hosting three-way meetings, and that might be you, the supervisee, the other person who's involved in leadership support. I think focusing in on to-dos and making it really clear is useful, as are things like we've touched on this week, like the tracker, knowing your data, understanding your metrics. These things make things explicit so that when you're moving from person to person, like my Toronto-based team to my global team, I can be really key on what I have to get done and where that fits in the overall priority bucket. It's also key to think about connections and how people and things and projects really do fit together. Because when you're part of a matrix, we're softening the silos. Hopefully, we're actually working between teams and maybe helping others make the connections between work that's ongoing in different parts of an organization. Two other things, well, really one other thing, which is always be clarifying those assumptions. We've come up against assumptions earlier in this process. Tomorrow, we're in fact going to be talking about the iceberg model. And I think that you'll find that that's really useful in helping you move forward. So making it work. What else? Any other ideas, any other things that you've seen that make matrix management, matrix leadership and teaming work?
One thing I've seen, Jennifer, and I'll say that I haven't had a lot of
Oh,
experience
where's
with
Jocelyn?
matrices, is that, you know, kind of recognizing which team has priority.
Yeah. What's trumping everything else, right?
Everything else,
That's
right.
a really big question. And it's a lot of, I said the word negotiation, right? Like the skill of influence and the skill of negotiation really becomes key to success. So I hope that in today's focus of making it work, right, day 27, page 180, that you'll really start thinking about this. This might not be part of everyone's world, but I think once we go virtual and once we go remote and hybrid, it's more likely that you're becoming aware of how many different teams you're actually part of. Because if we're on site in person, we might just be part of our local team. But as soon as we go virtual, we now have maybe a local team, a technical team, a special projects team, a global team, or a national team. And it's really important that we clarify these things. So that is it for today. Today is actually the end of week 4. Can you believe that we've been doing this now? 28 days in a row. I can't believe it. So I want to give you just a minute to reflect on some of these questions. I'm going to just do this in a quick burst. We'll have 45 seconds to actually reflect and write something down around each of these questions. And Tiff, I hope I didn't just mute myself. I just tapped double. It's interesting when you're using your phone for all these things. I think she's still there. Tiff, let me know if you're still there.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely. I love that. Okay. So we're going to go to the clock, and here's the clock. I'm going to move into our 45 seconds for our first question. And I want you to think about what you've accomplished since the beginning of October when we kicked this off. What did you do? Write it down. Second question, what's shifted for you this month? What has shifted for you this month? Next question. What's still left to complete on your October or your monthly to-do list? What's still left to complete? Next question. I know these are fast. What relationships did you focus on this month? What relationships did you focus on? And finally, a little last burst around what else do you want to note? All right, that leaves us with our usual sort of 12 to 15 minutes to go to breakout today. Would anyone like to share any of those reflections from your first month? Because all of you have been here almost every single day. I think Samina and Cheryl, you've been perfect attendance, I think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty, I think there were 2 days that we didn't see you. 2 days. So Samina, anything you want to share from your list?
A few things quickly. So I kind of shifted my biological clock because I was getting up late, and I said I'm going to do this. And so I have every day I'm kind of adding things to my kind of to do, because I don't have the rest of the day or more time in the day to follow up on these, but I'm really enjoying them. And I find they will be impactful, and they are impactful. That's why I'm just adding them. This is something I got to do, and collect this, do this. So I have those. I'm compiling like adding to my to-do list, and networking. So I've met with a few people on this in this time myself, and learning new tools, ideas, sharing. And so what shifted? I said my biological clock, I have more energy, I find. I'm getting up earlier. I'm a morning person, but I became a not morning person after COVID, through COVID. So I kind of shifted back to who I was. And then I feel like I developed like a stronger will. And, it's just, and I'm more energized. Yeah, a few things.
Just a few little things. I love hearing that. Well, congratulations. That's a big shift to really go back to your natural biological clock, right? And it takes time. So fantastic. Who do you want to pass to? We'll see if everyone wants to say a word or two. So
Marty, she's smiling.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, my biological clock still doesn't have me a morning person, but I'm making it. I created this pilot program. I really did that in October, and I made my first video yesterday. Woo-hoo.
Wow,
and
very good.
That's a huge accomplishment. So so I've really accomplished a lot, and in looking at other programs besides just my one-on-one coaching, and with this pilot program. and doing all the things that's needed for that, and then a few other accomplishments that I had along the way. So I still have some things left to complete in October, and I'll be working on them.
Nice. Well, we still have a few more days left.
I
So
do.
excellent. Well, congratulations, Marty. It's great to hear that you're getting some traction and some momentum. Daily steps, consistent action. Love it. How about you, Cheryl? What about you?
I would echo Samina. Certainly, this breakfast club has helped me restore my early morning routine that I also kind of lost during COVID and left my full-time employment. So I was in most of 2021, have been in sort of transition between two houses, selling houses, like everything was disrupted. So I found this program has put me back into a more natural rhythm. I think most people know, I'm on this mammoth learning journey. So this month I completed a 6-month certification coaching program with Marsha Reynolds. So that was a big step. Got my graduation, everything. So that was great. I'm on the verge of finishing the first of 3 Tilt certifications on the Tilt 365, which leads me to, the what else. And I found that this month has been a month of self-mastery and building confidence. First of all, I've got this new recruiting assignment with my former employer. And I found that when I look back in October, I've developed more confidence in being able to handle technical issues. Because it seems like almost every day, some tool doesn't work right. So I get a hold of people, how do I get this to run, blah, blah, blah. So that's been good. And in terms of the self-mastery, I think more focus on getting into a routine. Balance is important for me. Pace, getting a sustainable pace, energy management, and I guess establishing a cadence where I feel that I'm in control. I'm not exhausting myself. I'm not worrying unnecessarily. I kind of got it. So I think that'll be a continuing journey though, but that's been October so far.
October so far, and you've got a few more days. So what you'll notice on the weekend, right? We're not together on the weekend, but officially day 30, you'll see a 30-day review with a couple of these questions. I just wanted to move it forward because I think, 4 weeks is 4 weeks. And tomorrow we're going to really be officially stepping into week 5, leaving this whole, weekly focus as we had of the learning by doing, right? That was this week's focus, really learning by doing, but we'll cap it off with our usual 21 for 21. Now, Tiff, I haven't forgotten you. I know you're here. Anything you want to share with others about what you've accomplished or what you noted around those questions I was asking?
Yeah, it was good to shift focus to what was really important. I think that was my big takeaway this month, just to continue to redirect. No, what's really important? Who's the person that you really need to reach out to, as opposed to the quote unquote busy work. And so and what shifted this month was seeing myself as someone who's ready for what's there and what's coming.
Ooh, that's a huge shift. Well, a big thank you, Tiff, for being a huge factor in making this happen. What I put down as my, what did I do this month? Like even getting this off the ground into making it a reality. It really seems like 90-day guide for success has caught a lot of traction. And so I'm excited about that, because this is going to be a piece that will go on demand. People can start at any time. I had Jackie, my co-op student, working on uploading the videos yesterday. He was like, oh, this is so fun, looking at how online learning platforms work. I was like, oh, that's really cool. So it's all good. I want to thank you for showing up every day. And I hope that as we step into month 2, you will pick up that next page of the calendar, give yourself a big, bold star. And I've got an announcement tomorrow in terms of what those of you who have had perfect attendance get. So tomorrow, projects, bring it with you. 21 for 21 is our end of week co-working sprint. And we will spend, do you want to spend 8 minutes in breakouts, just chatting with each other? Sounds good? Okay. So I'm going to just do everything in breakout? Tiff, I wish, well, I guess you could. If you want to log on, you could go into breakout too. Do you want to go to breakout?
We have Nick here.
Oh, you have Nick. Okay, excellent. So welcome to you, Nick. Not watching Clubhouse today, so I'll let you and Nick talk. I'm going to create the breakouts. And so again, I want to give you an opportunity very quickly to just continue talking about some of those impacts of this first month. Maybe it's also about connecting in with this theme of learning by doing. This week, we looked at metrics matter. We also looked at key topics like matrix management and also tracking. So rooms are open. Please accept your room. We will just have an 8-minute sprint and breakout, and I will see you back here. Enjoy the conversation. Welcome to you, Nick.
Yeah, Nick, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you.
So Nick, what brought you to the 90-day guide for success today?
Sorry, I'm not understand.
Okay, that's all right. We're talking about remote work, hybrid work. Do you work remote and hybrid?
It's 90-day guides for success. As you all know, today's world is all about the technology. So I want to tell the one thing that is we don't need to work hard work. We need to focus on the smart work because as you all know, smart works bring great success to us.
Yes. Yeah, it's all about smart work. And we've been doing these daily meetings at this time for the last 28 days. So today is day 28 of the sprint. I want to invite you to join us if you're available. Other days, we do this Monday through Friday at this time window. And every day it's a different focus. So, Tiff.
Okay, as you don't mind, where are you from?
Where are we from? I am in Toronto. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Tiff, where are you?
I'm from Nepal.
You're from Nepal.
Nepal, my country.
Fantastic. And what time is it there now in Nepal? It must be dinner time. Past dinner.
It's evening 17:30, 5:30 evening.
Fantastic. And so what do you notice outside your window? What is happening outside your window? Is it bright, warm, sunny?
Yeah, it's cool. In Nepal, right now there is a winter seasons and the weather is foggy.
Well, here in Toronto, it's fall and it's going to be a beautiful day, maybe 18 degrees Celsius. So for you, Tiff, in the US, that would be,
And there is in Canada right now there is a cold or what?
Yeah, it's getting cold. It's cool this morning. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit or about 5 Celsius, but it'll go up to 18. So it'll go up to almost like 60. But it's no fog. How about you, Tiff? What's the temperature outside your window?
Oh, it is chilly these days. That's okay.
That's all right. Yeah. Excellent.
Nick, I wanted to ask Nick, what do you do? What do you do for work?
Oh no, I'm studying and I'm focusing to start up my new business.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of business?
My business is I'm just 17 years old right now, and I'm focusing on my studies because my board exam is coming, and when I complete my board exams, I'm planning to start up my new business with the focus of rural areas because in my countries, many rural areas have not infrastructure development. I'm working on that.
Fantastic. Well,
Awesome.
do join us once your board exams are done. Make sure that you spend time on that, but come back and join us. We're doing this until the end of 2021, till December 31st.
And I'm focusing my new products which has launched and very nearly soon after when my exam is complete, and my new product is foodie. Do you know chips? Chips. Potato chips.
Oh, chips. Fantastic. What kind? Did you say plantain chip? What kind of chip?
No. Chips means by making our own products in the proteins, spicy chips.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
because Nepal is a poorest country. If you know, in Nepal there are many corrupted, many companies has been corrupted, and there are very difficult to start up new business because Nepal is most corrupted country in the world. You can see on the Google also, and many political parties we need to face. So there are so many difficult stresses in our life.
Yes, yes. Well, again, as we've been talking here, we do what we can influence, right? What we can affect. All right, I'm going to bring. I'm going to.
In Nepal, there are 30 crores population, but more than 45 lakhs are going to another country for works. There are not any employment opportunity in my country.
Hence entrepreneurship. So I want to say
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. I'm going to bring closing the room, so we got 40 seconds until they're coming back. Okay, Tiff, you could go ahead.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you for giving my time. It's beautiful time. I'll meet you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please come back.
All right.
I'll back as soon. I'll back as soon when you start the room again. Next time.
Next
Yeah,
time.
that'll be
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
Nick. Take
Have a
care.
good day.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So Tiff, thank you very much. I'm still looking for that email whenever you have time. Have you sent it? Can you resend it?
I guess I'm gonna have to resend it.
I'm getting some of your emails. Reply to one of the Reconnecting Workspaces ones.
We're connecting. Got it. Thank you.
All right, and I've got everyone coming back out. So welcome back, everyone. We hope that you had fun. We had a chat with Nick, who was joining us from Nepal today on Clubhouse. He's going to come back next time we start the room. So
Okay.
young guy, 17 years old, starting a business. He's working on
Good for him.
actually getting his board exams and then starting a business. And he said he was attracted because it's all about success, right? It's all about focus and success. So that's what I love, right? It's like, as an author, you never know who's going to connect in with your work. I had a lot of fun yesterday connecting in with doing an on-demand asynchronous presentation for the ICF, which was really interesting. There was it was a recorded session, but I was there live as people watched it, and so we were having chat conversation. It was just very fascinating. Today I get to meet with a group of 400 women leaders for a different event. So
Whoa.
today on winning, how to lead and win in the hybrid environment, how to lead and win in the hybrid environment. So every day is a different day. Really want to thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bring your projects. Samina, yes.
I just put a quick question in the chat.
Tracker.
Okay.
So you're looking for a tracker. Walk that through. Walk me through
So
that.
just only, I find, as you know, I just, so yesterday was my last session. I created a group program and doing while, what was it last week, kind of really doing it, delivering the group as well as creating it at the same time. And I find I tapped into so many resources, online books and my courses and all of that, and they're just there. So I just want a tracker for that. How do I track that while I'm creating the content and my workshop?
That's a great question. I don't know. Let's leave that as an inquiry today, because you've got other course designers here, right? How do you track all of these details and ideas? I would say mind map would be my tracker. Actually, I would just put it in a mind map and I usually have a one pager of every program. So after I run it, I'll do a one pager that I'll put in the beginning of the file or the binder or whatever. I usually have a hard copy, because otherwise it's just lost in the digital world. But I'll have a one pager. So I don't know. Any other thoughts before we go to wrap up?
Oh,
No.
All right, inquiry. Let's leave it at that.
Think about
you,
it
Jen.
today. Think about it today. So everyone,
Thank you.
have a great day. We'll see you back
You too.
tomorrow.
All
Take
the
care.
best, Jen. Bye-bye.
Thank you.